Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. And today I want to share with you guys another really cool product that if you guys don't have, and I say guys, I mean guys and girls, this is unisex. Although it is a little more, I guess, marketed towards the men, this is definitely something that any woman can wear as well. And this is a revolutionary design on a belt. And I've reviewed different brands like this, and every time I get my hands on one, I'm happy because if there's one thing I love to have in my arsenal, my wardrobe arsenal, it's a whole bunch of belts in different colors. And the nice thing about having many of them is the fact that they don't wear out. One thing I've had a real issue with belts over the years is just them breaking down. And the belt itself remains, structurally intact. Matter of fact, you know what? Wait right here. Grab a cup of coffee or something. I'll be right back. All right, you guys miss me? Probably not, but whatever. All right, so here is a couple belts. I just wanted to show you guys. These belts were probably about 25, 30 bucks each. They're white. Again, this may not be your style, but, I like unique kind of stuff. I like a white belt. I think there's a, again, you can accessorize with your shoes, your jacket, whatever. Everybody's different. But these belts I've had for a while now, and I just stopped wearing them because what happens is they just really break down. And you can see the belt itself is still structurally intact, but the real part of a belt that fails is going to be around your buckle, because this is a weak point. You can see all the play in here of how this thing is just really starting to break down. This does have an elastic kind of end point on here, which it does give you a little bit of a stretch, which is kind of nice. If you eat a big meal, you can kind of let that kind of stretch out a little bit. It is pretty comfortable, but the problem is with this belt is that this is a weak point right around the buckle. There's not a lot to really hold this on, so you get a lot of flop and a lot of play. You can see the belt is still pretty rigid, but the most important part of a belt, a traditional hold belt that gets broken down, is around the holes. And you can see that these have been stretched out and distorted. And this belt, I've had it for a while, but I haven't really worn it all that much. Maybe this belt's got a year of use. And you can see that it's just distorted. And there's not a lot of room to really adjust this. Same thing with another belt I have. This one was a little more expensive because you get that kind of chain down the middle. Pretty cool looking belt. But again, this one here is held up a little bit better around the buckle. There is a little bit of wobble. The buckle is kind of scratched up. That's going to happen sometimes. But this belt here, you can see, look at how bad this is. All the holes that were on here before, I actually had to cut off because they got so bad. And finally, I started actually using the chain to buckle this belt. It is super bad, to the point where I forgot I even had this hanging there. I'm going to probably just throw it away because I'll probably never wear this anymore. It's so beat up. And this belt wasn't cheap. It is made by Calvin Klein. And so I think I paid upwards like 50 bucks to this. And this belt did not hold up well at all. Even though the belt is, you can see it does have stitching down the front of it, or down the sides. It just didn't hold up to the point where it just ripped. And that's even with the chain going down the center. So not a very durable belt. Definitely something that, just belts traditionally fail just based on the quality of the material. And of course, the main point is around the holes. They stretch and distort, and the leather just doesn't hold up. When you compare this old technology to a modern day belt, like the one I'm going to show you right now, this is by a company called Slidebelts. Okay, and you guys know I never really get too involved in the box or whatnot. You get a cardboard box. And what this belt is and how this belt works is this is a ratcheting slide lock system. So basically you have a belt that's fully adjustable, and every manufacturer is a little bit different. I've reviewed about 4 different manufacturers. I love these belts. They all work off the same principle. So rather than having holes, you have this ratcheting, very durable plastic insert that's stitched inside the belt. And what that does, that creates grooves. There's grooves on the inside of this belt. And what happens is you basically get your belt in the mail. You can take an old belt that you know fits you perfectly, or you can measure. Again, measure twice, cut once, or gently remove material until you get it to the right size. And you basically just snip off the amount of material that you need to take off for this belt to fit you. And what you do is basically just take the buckle, you slide it inside the groove here, and there's teeth on the inside of this. And you basically just fold that down and press it, and it locks the belt buckle to the belt. And how this works is basically, and they're all a little bit different, but same principle. You slide the belt right through the buckle, and this groove on the inside of the buckle gets locked into place with a tongue. And there is a tongue, it's basically a tongue and groove system, and basically it functions as a ratcheting belt. This one here is real tight. Once these are on, these are extremely durable. They're not going to come off. You're not going to distort this track because it's made of a very solid plastic. I've worn this style of belt now for about a year, and I absolutely love them. Not only are they durable and that they're going to maintain their integrity and their structure and their look without getting all shady and rotty like that with the holes coming apart, you have the adjustment. And what you do on this model, this is a pretty cool model. I do like what they've done with their buckle here. All the other models I've reviewed have a little tongue or a little tab that you pull, and sometimes it's a little tough to grab and just kind of release. I've always said that pull a little bit, make it a little snugger to get the tongue out of the groove and then release it. With this, you have a lot of leverage. So this one, all you do is you pull up on the buckle, like so. You see? And that releases the tongue from the groove, and then you just slide the belt right out. It's nice because the other belts, again, you have a little bit of leverage, and it takes a little bit of effort. This, you have a huge amount of leverage to pop this belt off. So this belt, of all the slide belts, ratcheting slide belts I've reviewed, this one is the easiest to remove. But again, none of them are difficult to remove. So it really comes down to getting a belt that you like the way it looks and the price point. Price point these right here, and I'm going to put a link in description where you guys can check out their official Amazon store. Let me get to their official Amazon store here. And so here it is here, slide belts. And there's many different options you could choose as far as buckle, as far as color of the belt, finish. They're going to run you about $42. Slide belts gets 4.5 stars on Amazon. Definitely been pretty popular. And I have to say across the board, what I want you guys to do, I've reviewed Mission, I reviewed slide belts, Anson belts, and of course my favorite, Core Essentials. If you want to make a purchase of any of these belts, the links are all in the description. I encourage you guys to check out which ones are going to give you the most bang for your buck and which one you're going to like the most. Price point is all pretty comparable, but I will say my favorite personally is Core Essentials belts. I think they do give you a little more bang for your buck. I think the build quality is a little bit better. Slide belts, I do like the way that this is very easy to remove, but again, it hasn't really caused me, like the other brands, there's no issue. I haven't had any kind of, oh man, it's really difficult to remove. It's all been very easy. It's great because these belts, no matter which one you choose, it's like having a custom tailored belt real time around your waist. So if you eat a huge meal, you need to loosen it up a little bit, you can do so in 1/8 inch increments as opposed to a normal belt with a hole. You can have about 1 inch increments, and they never fit you properly as they wear. That hole becomes stretched out and gaped out. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes a gaped out hole. That's terrible. So, we want, even a hole belt to maintain its structural integrity. With these belts, you don't have to worry about this. This is going to fit nice and tight. You're not going to have to worry about this thing failing or wearing out in any way. If anything's going to wear in this belt, it's going to be the belt itself, not the holes, not the way it connects to your, or wraps around your waist or your body. So definitely check out slide belts. Check out the other brands. Let me know which one you guys like the best. What's cool about it is that you have so many different options no matter which brand you go with. There is something for everyone. There's a color combination for everyone. Gold. I love wearing the white and gold sometime with the Anson brand. This brand, very simple black. I love having these in my collection, but I am going to give my dad one because my dad has just, again, I turned him on to this particular style, and you just get a perfect fitting belt every single time. So again, it'll be dependent upon the sizes that you want. Make sure you double check that on their Amazon listing. Everyone's a little different. Some they'll sell you a size that's a little bit cheaper. That'll be for like a 29 to 34. I like to go with the big size because I always have that extra material. Most of the brands will just give you like a 50-inch belt where you cut down in size for your own body. So it's great if you're giving somebody a gift, or you're giving somebody, or you're buying this for yourself. You're gonna have lots of room, the sizes, and in the event that you have this and you really like it, and let's just say you want to pass this down to somebody who's like, wow, it's really great, and buy yourself a new one, you want to give it away. This is something that as long as there's not too much material removed and you're going down, anybody can fit this. So this will fit anybody. So absolutely great product, no matter which brands you go with. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys do make a purchase. Do it through my links in the description. You got 4 different brands: Core Essentials, Mission belts, Slide Lock, and of course Anson belts. They're all very similar in the way they work again, but you are going to get a little more bang for your buck with the Core Essentials. They're just a little bit higher quality, and the price point's right there with all these. So definitely check them out. Again, no matter which one you get, you're going to be happy with. And again, just remember, every belt's a little bit different. Some are 1/8. An inch and 3/4 inches in width. Some are a little bit smaller, 1 inch. This is a 1-inch belt, so it just depends on what you're going to be wearing most. If you're wearing dress slacks the most, maybe you might want something a little bit smaller. Again, you can wear whatever you want to wear. I don't think there's any real set rule. Just like cologne and watches. Wear what you want, where it makes you happy. That's what's most important. So guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video. And stay tuned for more cool products from Fat Cat Collections.